Hey guys, welcome back to Econ Time with SK. So grab your notebooks, your favorite cup of coffee, and let's get started. So now we come to the next part of this discussion. So here the question is, আচ্ছা খুব ভালো বুঝলাম যে this is basically it. Whenever your PPF is shaped like this, whenever it is like this, তখন of course the slope is, as we showed, that it is getting steeper. তার মানে তোমার slope is getting steeper means slope is increasing, which means opportunity cost is increasing. Opportunity cost of what? এখানে যেহেতু আমরা RNG production বাড়াচ্ছি তো সেই কারণে আমরা রাইস প্রোডাকশনটা গিভ আপ করছি, তার মানে opportunity cost of producing RMG in terms of rice. Okay, that's actually the opportunity cost that is increasing. Basically we're saying the opportunity cost of producing RMG is increasing, which means that is giving up more and more rice. So basically to produce more and more and more and more RMG, মানে প্রথমে we give up a little bit of rice, তারপরে আরেকটু বেশি এরকম করে করে eventually we end up giving up a lot of rice. So now the question is that why is this happening? Why is it that as you are going rightwards, you're producing more and more and more and more RMG, why is it that you're ending up giving up more and more and more and more rice? Okay, and the simple answer is because of specialization. But like focus on this word suitable. Okay, basically what we're saying is that all resources are not equally suitable for production of both rice and RMG. So the idea is that some resources may be really good at producing rice and other resources may be really good or more suitable for producing ready-made garments. Okay, so just think of a very simple example. Think of um, a worker. Okay, so let's say that there are lots of workers who are actually better at farming and they're terrible at tailoring. হ্যাঁ, it's almost like যে তুমি যদি এখন যে মানে আলু চাষ করছে তাকে যদি এসে তুমি এখন বনানী সুপার মার্কেটে নিয়ে একটা টেলারিং দোকানে বলো যে আচ্ছা তুমি এখন কাপড় সেলাই করো, সে কি কাপড় সেলাই করতে পারবে? That's the essence of it. Some people are good. My gardener is great at gardening, but he's not going to be a good tailor. That's why আমার আলাদা একটা gardener আছে, আলাদা একটা tailor আছে, right? So that's the idea. So then if all resources are not equally suitable, that means some are actually more productive when they're producing rice, and some are more productive when they're actually producing clothes. That's the essence of it. Okay, so now how is this related to increasing opportunity cost? Okay, so let's go over, pay attention to this slide because এখানে খুব সুন্দর করে জিনিসটা বোঝানো. Let's say initially বুঝাতে বলছি we're somewhere in this region. We're in region A. Let's say we're moving to D. Okay, so initially what is happening when you're at a point A, actually the best guys, initially you're going to hire the best guys to come and work in your RMG factories, তাই না? তার মানে initially, let's say there's some people who are খেতে চাষ করছে but আসলে they're better tailors, they're more suited to being tailors. তখন যেটা করা হচ্ছে, these people are first called, they're first recruited to go work into the RMG sector. So when that happens, tailors, were they very good at producing rice? No. So when they're pulled away, of course, rice output falls because, they were producing rice, but they weren't very good at it. So in that case, when you're pulling them away to go and work in your RMG sector, the rice production that's given up is very small. Small amount of rice production is given up. Small amount given up মানে কি যে opportunity cost of producing RMG is low. Okay, now, so initially that's what's happening. Initially you're pulling away the guys who are better at tailoring than they are producing rice. সেই কারণে when you pull them away, yes, rice production falls a bit, but the amount, because they weren't very good at producing rice production falls by a very small amount. On the other hand, why don't we look at what's happening when you're coming towards a later part, so more rightwards. So here, let's call this F and G. এখানে যেটা হচ্ছে, the country is already producing high amount of RMG, right? It's already, look, it's almost like close to the finish line, right? It's producing high amount of RMG. তার মানে কি, most of the guys who are expert at tailoring, they're already working in the RMG sector, right? So workers best suited. So what is happening? So basically, exactly what I said. The economy is used up the guys who are better at tailoring, right? They're already in the RMG sector. Okay, তার মানে এখন যদি RMG আরো expand করতে যায়, so it wants to move from F to G. If it wants to expand now, what does it have to do? So basically, F to G, let's summarize this. F to G, best guys, best tailors, already working in RMG sector, right? So এখন যদি now to increase RMG, need to pull away the farmers. All right. Now the thing is this, এটা মাথায় রাখতে হবে যে the best tailors were actually bad farmers. All right. So the bad farmers have already been pulled away. So now who's left to do the farming? It's the best farmers who are left. But এখন যদি RMG productionটা বাড়াতে হয়, তাহলে when you're pulling away the farmers, you're going to pull away the good farmers now. The guys who were best suited to farming. তাহলে কি হবে? Rice production fall করবে তো বটেই. It will fall by a large amount. Okay? So that's what we're saying, that now as RMG is produced, workers better suited to be farmers are pulled away from rice production. সেই কারণে rice production falls a lot. So to increase rice production by a unit, you're giving up a lot of rice. Okay, so just even look at the slope here. যে আমি rice productionটা বাড়াবো, right? Rice productionটা বাড়ানোর জন্য আমার কিন্তু অনেক, like there's a big jump. Okay, so a lot of our rice production has to be given up. তার মানে কি, opportunity cost is high, right? So that's the idea. Okay, the reason why opportunity cost increases, so again, let's summarize. We are saying that opportunity cost increases as produce more and more RMG. Okay, why? Because initially pull out the bad farmers but good tailors, because you're going to get the best tailors initially. So when you pull out the bad farmers, rice production falls by a little amount, which means change in rice is small, which means opportunity cost holo low. On the other hand, later, as go to points F and G, now to increase RMG production, what are you going to do? You are going to, now only the best farmers are producing rice. If the best farmers are producing rice and you have to pull them away from rice production to RMG, তাহলে তো of course big fall in rice production, because these were the good guys, the good farmers. So if there's a big fall of rice production, then opportunity of RMG is now quite high. Okay, so that sums it up, right? So we are saying that, let's put it into the diagram. Sometimes it's easier to visualize. আমরা কি বলছি আবার, this is just a recap. We are saying when we are here and we want to, let's say, move here. So let's call this A, let's call this D. এখানে তোমার rice RMG production বাড়াতে হলে you give up rice, but you give up very small amount of rice. Why? Because initially you're pulling out the bad farmers, but who are excellent tailors, right? On the other hand, once you are in this point F and you are, let's say, trying to move to point G, এখন দেখো, to increase rice production by a little bit, look, you are giving up a lot of rice. এটা কেন হচ্ছে? Because now you are pulling out the best farmers. You're pulling away the best farmers who are, best farmers into the RMG sector. So away from the rice sector. So then, of course, rice production falls by a large amount. So this basically sums up why opportunity cost actually increases as you are producing more and more RMG. All right, guys, I shall see you in the next video. Take care. Bye.